Welcome to the DaSilva Institute's Health Talks. My name is Tina DaSilva.
And I'm Arielle Bennett.
And today we're going to have a little
fun,
but we're going to talk about something really serious. And it could be a little disgusting, so for those of you with weak stomachs, you might want to press the delete button right now.
So you probably think we talk about poop too much.
And we do.
But it's so important.
It is so important. And nobody talks about it.
Right.
So
people
somebody's got to do it.
And literally, oftentimes, one of my first questions is, how are your bowels? And I oftentimes get answers like, they're good.
They're good, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're great. I thought mine were great back in the day.
And I say, how often do you go? Oh, a couple times a week. Not good. And I ask them, what does your stool look like? And, they'll say, well, sometimes it's, hard and formed, and other times it's really mushy and floats in the toilet. And it seems like this is silly information, but it's absolutely crucial and gives us a really good idea of what's going on in the gastrointestinal tract.
Yeah, it tells the story of your health. We think it doesn't. We think it's waste, and it is waste. But the way that train's moving out the door,
and what it's taking with it, right?
Yeah.
So, for instance, there's many
disgusting.
different types of poop you can have. Oh, first, disclaimer. So, Play does not make brown Play-Doh.
Yeah.
So, I had to take multiple colors to mix all together to make brown. So, here's some different kinds of poop. So, these are the rabbit turd poops. This is totally abnormal. This is
wait, they can't see it.
Revealing constipation. This is a problem. And
the train is not moving, obviously, because there's lots of bumps in the road.
Yep. And so you're definitely not cleaning out the system. I can promise you that there's lots being left in the gastrointestinal tract, which means that it's sitting there and you're reabsorbing toxins into your bloodstream.
Yeah, that's bad.
Huge problem. Obviously, if it's not forming at all, that's called diarrhea, and that's also a problem. It means it's moving through your system so quickly that you're probably not absorbing nutrients.
Anything.
Exactly. So as gross as this is,
poop,
we should have just left it a nice color, but this is what your poop should look like.
This is so bad.
I know. But it's
so
serious.
Disgusting.
This is serious medical conversation. Literally, this is what it should look like. It should be the size of your intestine. It should be large. It should be soft but formed. It should pass through easily. Men oftentimes go into the bathroom and they're in there forever. And really, it should not take more than a minute. You should not need to be in the bathroom for more than a minute to pass a bowel movement. If you are, that's abnormal. It means you're constipated.
Okay, do you have to keep holding it?
Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of this now. The other important factor is, does it float or does it sink?
Yeah, that's
now,
a good one.
I realize that this doesn't necessarily look like poop, but we all recognize it as poop because of beautiful emojis. But poop should not float like that. If it's floating,
you are not absorbing your fat-soluble vitamins.
There they are in the poop, causing the poop to float. Which means you're not getting all those great A's, D's, E's, K's.
Yeah. A, D, E, K.
Yeah, which you need for skin, hair, nails, immune system, fight off cancer.
And if you don't have them, what happens? You bruise. You have issues with eyesight.
Your bones break down. You get sick. You catch colds and flus and everything that's going around all the time.
Yeah, so we don't want this dude floating.
Right, exactly.
As cute as he is.
So let's talk about some colors. So it should, for the most part, be brown or a little bit of green-ish. Sometimes is okay, depending on what you've been eating. If it's too light, if there's not...
Is it a Skittle problem?
If there's not enough color to it, if it's pale or yellowy, there could be gallbladder issues.
True, yeah.
So if that continues, a day or something here or there, probably not a huge deal. But if something like that continues for a period of time, you definitely need to get checked out. Red is something to be looked at. If you're eating a ton of red foods, if you're eating a ton of beets or something like that, probably not a huge deal. Stop eating beets for a few days, see if your poop stays red.
Black.
Right. Black means
dangerous.
Typically means that there's a bleed in the small intestine. If it's red and you're not eating anything red, that could be bleeding from the large intestine. So those are things you definitely
And when
need to get
it's
checked
black,
out.
that you really need to check it out, it's typically like a coffee grind look, right?
Right. But any black for any period of time, definitely worth getting checked out. But the bottom line is it does make a big difference. And it's an easy way to kind of do a quick assessment on how healthy you are. If you are having large, soft bowel movements daily, and they come out easily.
Once a day? Or twice a day?
I would say, I
day?
think at least once a day. Very rarely people, if you're eating very little, maybe every other day, but that's usually constipation. So you have to kind of assess what you're eating. If you're eating a decent amount of food every day, you should be, releasing the toxins every day. So it's a great way to do a quick assessment in overall health. And if there's issues there, again, start with food. Eat whole real food, fruits and vegetables as much as possible. Make sure you're getting enough fiber. Make sure you're drinking a ton of water, at least half your weight in ounces every day to help that system move.
That keeps that train moving.
But a lot of factors can play in. It could be, serotonin is super important for the peristalsis or the movement of the intestinal tract. So there's a lot of factors that play in.
Yeah, so the next time you're in the bathroom, take a moment and pause.
And look at your poop.
Check out your poop.
Okay, we're done.
Thank God. This has been the DaSilva Institute's Health Talks. My name is Tina DaSilva.
And I'm Arielle Bennett.
And you, my friend, are worth it.
Have
Check
a great
your poop.
week.